Here with Indiana State football coach Mike Sanford. We're 2 days away from Saturday's 3 p.m. game against Southeast Missouri State. Mike, let's talk about some matchups first of all, and one of them that jumps out is McRoberts against probably Travis or some combination of the corners. Talk about that matchup. He's a pretty good receiver, especially for the FCS level, and obviously one of their primary weapons.
That's a big challenge, it's and that's one of those deals that we have a lot of respect for McRoberts. He's a really good player, makes plays, and we need to do a great job on him. And Travis Starks is one of them, but he could be up against a variety of different corners, and we've got to, no matter who's in there, we got to do a great job.
Talk about their defense a little bit. What do they bring to the table defensively, and what are the challenges that you have to overcome to be productive?
They're a 3-4 defense base, but they play it's different, a little different than ours. There's some similarities, but they're more of a true bear or double eagle defense. The bottom line is they got turnovers against Southern Illinois. That's the bottom line. They're ranked number 2 in the nation in FCS football in turnover margin. That's going to be a huge part of the game. We got to protect the football on offense, and then we got to get turnovers.
What did you see on film that made them turnover? Able to force as many turnovers as they did? Is it something they're doing scheme-wise? Is it a matter of other teams not executing? How much was the balance in that?
I would say that they emphasize it. They practice it. They do a really good job, and they practice. They obviously, you can tell they practice scoring when they get a turnover, as do we. And I don't think it's. Their scheme is good. I don't think it's that. I think it's more that they emphasize it and they expect it and they practice it, and they did it. And then the other side of it is, Southern Illinois didn't do a good job protecting the football.
How about your own team's ability to force turnovers? Are you okay with that so far? It was good against
I would say we need to improve in that area. Right now, we won the turnover battle in game 1. We lost the turnover battle to Purdue in game 2. So it remains to be seen. That's something we've got to prove.
As far as your philosophy, on guys who practice or didn't practice during the week versus how they play, how much do you put value in that? How much can guys not practice and then play? I'm talking about guys who might be injured or something like that. What's your modus operandi on that? What does a guy have to practice all week to play, or is that a case-by-case type thing?
I think it depends on the guy, and it depends on the injury, and it depends on the situation. Ideally, you'd like them to practice, but you've got to look at the individual situation. You've got to look at your depth at that position, all those things. But ideally, I'd like them to practice during the week before they play.
It's the first game against a FCS team, and from here on out, they're all FCS. And just talk about the obvious importance of getting off to Butler was FCS, but a team that's a scholarship FCS school. Continuing to be, I guess it would be 2-0 if you beat SEMO. That's big going into the schedule. In a big picture sense, talk about the importance of this game, and obviously having something positive to go into a bye with and into the conference season with.
It's a big thing. This is a big game for us. They're a very good Ohio Valley Football Conference team. They're an FCS team. They've got really good ability, and this is a big challenge. This is a huge game for us because it's a non-conference FCS opponent, and we've got to set the right tone in this game right from the start. And it's a big thing for us. We've got to bye after this, and then we go into the conference right after that. So we've got to set a good tone in this game.
All right, Mike, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.